why is the 3 lances on the screen? Flambeau, I'm not feeling so good.
Just make sure you turn up the bass in your headset because it's about to get chunky. I mean, the sounds of metal clashing against each other. As we hop into game 1, we already see a pretty good string on the right side of the stage here. A lot. I mean, looks like Orion's kind of. Nice fastball there to not get scooped. Oh, you might still lose your stock. Anyway, got stuck on a recovery, but managed to get the wall touch. Okay, that was incredibly terrifying.
And that's what Rayman does well. That's what Sarme does exceptionally well. You're going out there, you're trying to steal those stocks, but that's actually going to be Pavelski's first stock on. Naizz ended up closing that one out. Sarme wanted to slide off side 6, ended up just getting the Sido to close it off. Sarme doing a really good job just pursuing opponents off stage.
Okay. Let's see if they're able to keep that pressure going on here. I mean, granted, Sarme still with that 3rd stock.
He's so scared. He was running away. He was recovering into the top right. He was just saying, I want my teammate.
Sometimes you just, it's scary to go alone, you know? Sometimes you just gotta bite it out. I mean, yeah, recover all the way up there. And, you know, at least for Pavelski in this situation, right, you're rolling. But, oh my gosh, Sarme. Oh. Okay.
So what was that? Because that didn't hit, right? Like that didn't.
It didn't from my perspective.
That didn't hit. Did Naizz just say, "Okay, you got it"?
That's kind of what it felt like. I gotta see the run back on that one because I am a type A confused by that. But we'll let it rock. I mean, Pavelski and Sarme with the lead now, but may not be for too much longer here. Pavelski in the red if he gets caught by a strong attack. Oh my gosh, that neutral stick from Roland is so blindingly fast.
They're backing off, they're switching off. Okay, really good punish on that D-Sig, and Pavelski wanted the GCD light. It sadly did not connect, but that was such a cool idea to try and follow up off of that. Sarme looking for the recovery, doesn't find it quite yet. Again, that's Orion and D-Sig, right? Spirit D-Sig, that thing is crazy. Some would say too good. That would be me. Pavelski at the moment, though, able to get the recovery, and that does take it off the top. Akeno now knocked down to the last stock. Naizz left to fight for themselves.
Okay. All right, that side air is going to be enough. All right, so we have ourselves a moment here where the stocks are even, but as you were saying, like Naizz, not exactly looking the healthiest on the screen right now. And Sarme, with this Rayman being extremely oppressive here, and normally like Rocket Lance and the Gauntlets is actually considered generally a pretty good matchup for Rocket Lance, but man, the way Sarme is grooving right now is making this difficult.
Pavelski got to watch out with those GC side 6, but at the moment, Akeno now going to be knocked off stage here. Sarme not able to get that opening against Naizz, but that is finally going to be Akeno stock. Naizz is still hanging in there, and you all, you're all good. You could make something happen.
If I'm Pavelski, I'm just mashing N-Sig and testing Naizz's reaction time. Oh, goes for a down sig this time. Nice interrupt with a gravity cancel D-Light on the side of Sarme, though. And it's just going to be really hard to get a hit here without eating something, right? I love the use of the recovery. Kind of get out of harm's way. If somebody wants to chase you, you get to put out a hitbox.
GC D-Light. That is such a good ledge option. Just a really nice get off me. You don't have to go up with it or anything. But that was such a huge commitment, and Naizz is going to get properly punished for it. He went through the Hail Mary option. It doesn't work out 90% of the time, and you're just banking on the 10% of the time that it actually hits. I don't know if his intention was to like slide off the stage with it to make it like a little bit safer, but okay, we gotta see this.
No way! It's just, you just got Rayman active framed. Like, if I'm Naizz there, it looks like I'm well out of the range, I'm well over it, clearly tried to come down and punish with a falling side air, and just got clipped by the end of the hitbox. But that's what happens when you can't fully see what's going on over there, I guess. I still think it's robbery, personally, but it is what it is.
So, a pretty nice finish there for Sarme and Pavelski, even though it got like a little bit close stock-wise, damage-wise at the end. I did feel like they finally had the momentum all the way through. Naizz and Akeno just getting like stuck off stage a lot. Sarme and Pavelski, I mean, Sarme off stage, his edge guarding was so scary. Sarme kept jumping out there consistently over and over, always looking for the neutralers, always looking for the siders, especially with Gauntlet on hand. And Sarme was successfully connecting it, did exactly what he needed to, right? We're just able to rack up so much damage there. So I'm curious to see what Blue Team has for us in game 2.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely curious to see if this one's going to be one of those, like, stomps again. Oh man. This reminds me of, I mean, we are in EU, right? So, like, this makes sense. Yeah, this is EU's thing. It always has been for, like, ever. It was out of flavor for a while.
I don't think it was like last time. I thought we changed. I thought you guys were different. Apparently not.
I mean, most people, oh my gosh, huge team combo to start things off. But yeah, I know most people don't want to change. They have to like actively try.
You have to work on themselves.
Yeah.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Oh yeah, good luck. Most people can't even hit that starting point. So well.
It's difficult. I've been trying. It's a lot of bureaucratic processes there. But at the moment, game number 2, Blue Team with actually a pretty solid lead at the moment. Sarme jumping in there, just putting some hands on his teammate there. Pavelski knocked off stage without a weapon. Naizz just going to be looking for that Ogre Max D-Sig. Doesn't actually end up connecting. And now Sarme and Pavelski on a bit of a back foot here.
Okay. Now how much further is this lead going to snowball, right? I mean, Pavelski being Roland and losing your stock that early, kind of a big deal. Goes for the N-Sig there, it's not going to connect. But, I mean, clearly Pavelski has made it clearly known that he's not afraid to go ahead and take the horse down to the Old Town Road, mashing that N-Sig, which most people don't like on Roland. They think it's too slow. It does hit pretty hard. It covers a lot of dodges. It's active for a while. I think it's actually a pretty solid doubles option, especially for like a soft read. But so far, Pavelski hasn't gotten too much mileage out of it.
Yeah, not quite yet. Comes back onto the stage with the dodge, though, just looking for any way to be able to land, and Naizz is looking to make that as difficult as possible. There are 3 lances on the screen. There's 3 of them. Oh my god.
Okay, this could be bad. Sarme looking to end a stock here. Oh, couldn't get close enough and gets counter hit. But I love the use of the gravity cancel side sig to go ahead and gain that horizontal distance, making the recovery a lot harder to get edge guarded on.
Yeah, Sarme is getting every single last drop out of GC side sig. So many of them have connected, using it to get back onto the stage. Naizz connecting that end light as a get off me option. Akeno makes it back on. Just going to be optic to stick a little bit off stage until Naizz is able to just clear the path for him. That's the D light into the side. Akeno knocked off stage yet again. Looking on the right side. Pavelski, what are you doing? You gotta help out Sarme.
Pavelski dashing around. I mean, only has 1 stock. I get it, right? I mean, you're rolling. Sure, you have some of the highest defense in the game.
I didn't realize he was last stock, last hit.
Yeah, you get caught here. It's like, it's it.
Play back. Never mind. Don't engage. That was a good idea.
Oh, okay. 1 ground pound. Oh, he lives because we rolling though. Oh, but how long? They see me. Wow, beautiful dodge.
I can't believe Pavelski was able to get past that D-Sig, but still able to take it across the stage. All of a sudden, Blue Team has a 3-1 stock lead. Sorry, mate, you got to pull off a miracle, but at the moment, it looks a little bit far away. Naizz.
Something got me being a believer in Sarme right now. I don't know why. Despite the fact that this is a lot of work to get through, I just feel like Rayman is one of those characters that could do it.
You just need like that neutral with gauntlets off stage, right? You just got to set him up and then you can get a little something going. But right now, Sarme is bleeding quite a bit, just not able to land, not able to get any huge hits in. You have to land against 2 axes, 2 side lights, 2 D-lights. It's just not happening.
I love the fact that we see Akeno actually just stand still, already knowing that gravity cancel side sig was coming and said, I'm not going to jump.
Oh, Sarme, how do you make it back from here? Okay, we picking up the gauntlets. Can we carry somebody off stage? Will we be able to make it happen? Naizz, what have you done? Okay, you've given Sarme this little teeny tiny opening, but Naizz, again, just stalling and waiting out, you know, for this teammate to come back on.
And like every Rayman eventually will, slide charge side sig off the platform and get punished for it. That's the part that doesn't happen.
It worked every single time for Sarme up until that last point, okay? So I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
If I'm a Rayman player, I'm doing the same thing, right? How often do you get punished for this? This is like the one, this is rare footage. You know, you have to pay premium to be able to see these kinds of clips.
Yeah, only when there's 2 enemies on the screen could you actually effectively get punished for pressing that button. Otherwise, Sarme, when you got your teammate on the stage, then you know, press it all you want. Nobody's punishing you.
Okay, so definitely a weird game too, considering how game 1 went. I'm also like still hung up on the fact that this is even the team composition that we're seeing from Sarme and Pavelski, just because like Pavelski is not known to be a Roland player like at all, but at this point he's kind of just considered like could play anyone who wants and probably do really well. So I guess that's what that is. On the other side though, that's a classic EU team with double Ogre.
But now we're seeing the switch off from Pavelski onto the Val now. So we're seeing double gauntlets swapping off that axe for the sword. So how are we feeling about the switch?
Well, now it's like, all right, yeah, this is a character that you like actually play. And so to me, I'm like, oh, you're like trying to win a little bit harder now is how I interpret that. But just because you swap to a character that you feel more comfortable on does not necessarily guarantee that you're going to have an easier time winning here. So we're going to find out. I mean, granted, we are up against some Rocket Lance here and some axe. So it could be some precarious scenarios for Pavelski, but if they ever go off stage, Pavelski's snatching the stock.
And Sarme, yet again, you know, sliding off the stage with that side tick. I believe that was a GC side tick. At the moment, Sarme has Naizz off stage, able to get the down and catching Akeno instead. How do all of these side ticks not hit his teammate? How does he keep getting away with this flambo?
You know, maybe, I mean, that's where the comms come in, right? You know, you sit down in a Discord call with your homie and you say, yo, I'm about to let it rock. They duck behind covers.
Incoming, and then everybody just like deafens and then jumps away.
Yeah.
Oh, Pavelski not going to be able to make it back on. Sarme, though, just connecting another side off stage. That weapon toss, that was so funny. That weapon toss manipulated the way that he wanted to come back onto the stage. Akeno did not do Naizz any favors there.
Definitely made him regret a couple things, I think, with that play. But even with that said, I mean, Sarme and Pavelski are in the lead. Oh, Sarme gets another one. We need a Rayman side stick counter, because at some point we got to know, right, how many times is he going to get it. But with that said, I mean, Sarme, no, that's two. That's two right there. From when I started counting, already got two.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Oh, he just does one for the fans out there. Oh, and gets a smack as well. Sarme just kind of, I don't know, we're Sarme's playground. That's all I can really say.
Nobody's punishing him. He's getting away with everything that he's ever wanted to, right? And so at the moment, Sarme going to be able to get the GC D-Light into the downer, wanted to just dive kick Akeno all the way off stage. Pavelski still going to be hanging on to the second stock. Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Akeno just trying to get back on the stage, refresh some options here. I don't even think we got the touch there. Pavelski looking to end it all. I thought we were going to see a side stick. What happened on the right side there?
Naizz was just kind of looking for the hit just to be able to chase dodge back onto the stage. And then Sarme really wanted that KO quite a bit. Akeno just going to be opting to go to the left side instead. But you're hiding along the edge of it, and you're not even able to touch the wall in time. And Pavelski was just able to get the ground pound. This is not looking that good of a game for the blue team. Oh boy.
Oh, nice. I managed to get the chase dodge there on the hit, because otherwise it was looking like a really bad time. But despite this, I mean, it's still a really bad time. You want to see how bad it can be? Well, let's have a demonstration.
Oh, but unfortunately, the downer is going to be also clipping Pavelski there for just a second.
Oh
you get the side of Naizz. How do you make it back on? The answer is...
You don't.
You do not. Not in the slightest. Red team it just took Pavelski to switch off to Val, and Sarme pressed twice as many side sticks as last game.
It's like sometimes you don't want to make the adjustments seem so simple, but sometimes when you're watching, it's like, dang, bro, that's kind of what it looked like, though.
Yeah, I mean, the team combos, they just looked a lot more comfortable hitting each other around. You know, Pavelski did seem a lot more comfortable on this Val pick as well. We didn't see that much stuff with the gauntlets, I believe, from Pavelski. It was mostly on the sword. And the sword did great. It did exactly what you needed to, right? You got the combos, you got the follow-ups that you wanted. You were just able to control space really well. And Sarme was hunting down these stocks. Sarme was going off stage once again, and Sarme was incredibly successful for it. Sarme was swinging.
Yeah, and you know, something I'm thinking about here is I'm sure as we're doing like the accuracy count.
627 damage dealt?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, that's side sig. Side sig. You know, seeing 8 as the count actually like surprises me, because it always feels like more, right?
It's because he's also like hitting like 2, you know, enemies at once.
But that's what I was going to say on the accuracy counter. Like, I'm sure it's a Boolean measurement where it says, did it hit? Yes, and it increases it. But I'm like, if it hits 2 people, that should be like more accuracy, right? Or something. I don't know.
And now we are seeing Akeno switch to Eivor. I have no idea who Eivor is a crossover of. Is that a Bren crossover? Question mark?
Yes, this is our Of the Creed crossover here, where we're going to have a Bryn looking extra cute. But with that said, like, I mean, Bryn, Ulgrim, like, this really does just feel like a return to form for EU and the doubles landscape for multiple years.
At the moment, though, Akeno was just dealing quite a bit of damage. Just able to juggle so well, able to anti-air so well, able to catch so many landings, but Sarme off stage again. Sarme off stage, I will say it again and again. Tries to go for the D-Sig. Not going to be able to catch Akeno with that quite yet. And again, gets that side, gets that weapon toss, and then also gets that, well, I have no idea what that last hit was. Was that a side to finish it? I mean, Sarme is crazy.
They're taking the trash out right now. I mean, Sarme and Pavelski look so comfortable, and they're just chasing people to literally any corner of the screen. Pavelski gets caught by a side sig. There we go. But on the other side, Sarme gets caught by the down sig. That one doesn't have as much force, so you can see, right? I think it does about like 30-ish damage. It used to do 40. It was egregious back then. Now it does around 30 or 28. But it doesn't have that like punch that really secures the stocks like that.
Oh, Sarme going to be eating that recovery. That is going to be Sarme's first stock gone off the top. Okay, what are they going to be able to do to Pavelski here? Naizz had the right idea. Ulgrim, not enough movement speed to be able to dash in there and D-Light in time.
Yeah, really would have needed to like dash, jump, dash, land, dash, jump, dash, land, like so blindingly fast to get the connection. But despite all that, I mean, this is actually a pretty close game. You know, despite how kind of the last game felt like it snowballed in the favor of Pavelski and Sarme, it looks like, at least this time around, Akeno and Naizz are hanging.
I mean, I really like the switch from Akeno. Akeno looks so comfortable on the axe at the moment, I have to say. And that is what he was mostly sticking to. Right now, we're seeing him on the spear. How do you actually land against both of your opponents at the moment? You force to the edge of the stage. Sarme is continuing to juggle you with neutralizers and GCD lights. Tries to go through the downer, and Sarme gets away with another side sink.
Oh, we have to be careful here. Runs up to the other side. And really what the problem is, no member of the blue team can find to hit that KOs. That recovery is finally going to do it. I saw Naizz fishing for a side air for the past like 30 to 45 seconds and just getting punished every single time. Sometimes that can be the struggle when you're looking for the KO. Ooh, the chase from Pavelski there was incredibly terrifying.
Incredibly terrifying, but albeit unsuccessful. Pavelski ended up losing a second stock. Akeno, you get knocked off stage, you jump again, you go for the high recovery, looking for the D-light, you get the side light. Okay, huge.
Okay, no conversion off of that. That could have been a huge momentum swing there. And now Pavelski given a moment to play the game again. Dash up side sig is going to come out here from Naizz, and the partner is going to fall. You have to make a 2v1. You get ground pound. You're trying to touch the wall, and that's going to be your stock and the set as Sarme and Pavelski 3-1 the ops in this one.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do about Sarme. Sarme was the one that was consistently just going off stage over and over again, just saying, hey, I am going to make this commitment. You haven't reversed the edge guard against me. You're also 9 times out of 10 eating one of the hits.